Virgo, how you doing, guys? So this again, warning, this is not a tarot card reading. This is intergalactic strange messages that come from nowhere. This can be you, them, your partner's thoughts, your partner's feelings, something that you see worldwide, a worldwide happening, a prediction, the past, the present, we're not sure. So we really just go with the flow and go with the channel messages. There are tarot readings that are all on this channel. But at the moment, what I'm going to do is separate the channel messages from the tarot reading. So this is literally for the people that really enjoy the tarot. There's some people that actually just find this that can't work it out. They're used to catfish. Oh, I'm heard. That was another reading. Catfish. Okay, something to do with the Pisces also. Okay, but captivating catfish, Pisces. Okay, but listen, I can't keep explaining to everybody that don't get it. Okay, so instead of me keep ranting and raving about some people leaving messages and stuff, I'm not one of these love and light and send love and light up into the ethers to people to give them care and respect and all this sort of stuff. It's just absolute nonsense in my eyes. You've got to know what you're doing when it comes to tarot readings, and you've got to know what you're doing when it really comes to channel messages, and I just give them as it's spoken. I give them, and that's pretty much what we go with, Virgo. How you doing, Virgo? Sorry about all the weird stuff, but it's obviously very weird and strange for some people to get it. So what we go with is just the channel messages. If they relate to you, they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Okay, but I'm hearing a lot of do's and don'ts and don'ts. It's like, don't do that, do this, don't do that, move this, move that, move this, move that. Someone's moving a lot of stuff around, or you're physically moving all together. But it feels like, well, I'm moving this here, and then I'm moving that there, and then I'm going. You could be dealing with the Gemini here. Sorry, why I get that is because that happens in my life quite a lot. Is that you go in the kitchen, and 1 minute it's there, and then the next minute it's not, and it's like, hold on a second, that was there yesterday, and now it's not there. It's like, yesterday once more, should we do and play? Right, but it's like 1 minute it's there, then the next minute I'm clearing it up, and then I'm moving it from there to there, and then from somebody out there is an obsessive cleaner, or you might be a cleaner yourself. Okay, but clearing up something is clearing itself up. Okay, but I did hear as I turned on, I was going to say, listen, this isn't a fish in a cup, right? This is just channel messages, but then I said catfish. That actually came through in a different message, but I have torn up the past, as you might see, through some of the readings that have been coming out, and they're now been binned. Something has now been binned. Bin. I'm hearing bin. A din also. Some of you might like synthesis like I do, which is angel radio, because I did hear for some of that as FM synthesis. But a bin and a din is a lot of stuff that you, or den, the name Den, Denise, or Denny Lane also. Denny, not Penny Lane, it might be Penny, but Denny was actually part of Paul McCartney's band years ago. But anyway, you might like a lot of that sort of thing. But anyway, catfishing, that came up. I'm also hearing pulse for some reason. Pulse, someone's pulse. Or impulse. Like this is like a pheromone type sort of impulse. Like I have an impulse and an urge to do something, like impulsive. Like impulsive. Impulse. But I don't know why I had polecat. A polecat. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to leave that one. But something to do with poles, the poles. Polish. Someone could be Polish. Oh, hi. Sorry, I forget what your name is. I think Polish, right? But Polish. I'm hearing someone that's Polish or something, or a foreign language. Okay. But I heard also catfishing. Now, the reason why this is strange is because, excuse for the fan, but it's really hot in the UK, is to do with farming. And it really seems to be coming through in your reading, Virgo, because the first things I wrote came down as ho, ho, ho. Right, now hoeing can be loads of different forms of messages, but that would also be someone that lives on a farm hoeing things, right? Knowing things also, it's like I know things, it's like I know things, you know. I know you know. There's a lot to do with Gemini energy, because there's a channeled message a while back through their tarot reading channel message. There was also I know you know, but I'm hearing ho ho ho, farm equals fan male equals female, and then sam or same sex relationship that somebody could be watching this for. And it feels like fan, like a fan mail. Someone could be getting fan mail, or it's a lot to do with a fan, right? But so it would be Cancerian, because that would be in a car, right? Cancerian. So I don't know what these people are going to relate to you in your life, but this could be a female Cancerian for a lot of you. Okay, it doesn't really matter, male or female, but I am picking up for some it's a female Cancerian, and that might be for some a same-sex relationship. Okay, but I heard farming, and that because that was a very strange message for the other tarot readings, well, the other channel messages that I did. What have I? Sorry, I can't even read what I've put. Meow meow, yeah. Authentication. I put authentication. But I heard meow meow, okay, and a big one, and it is definitely to do with Leo, okay, which can be a cat, obviously, and that could be catfishing, cat, right? But also picked up meow meow, which can mean just a Leo, but meow meow was amphetamine and ketamine and all that sort of stuff, right? Now, strange messages that have been coming out for other things. It's just a message. Other readings, there was a lot of farming and a lot of things going on, and I don't know why I keep picking up on witchcraft, farming, also pharmaceuticals, farming as in, please watch the other readings, okay, but the last one that I've just done, that I called it, that I found out what that was in the Leo reading, was a lot to do with the Blair Witch, and I actually scribed that, okay, and that was the film Blair Witch, okay. So, and your energy was pretty much in that, because that was about traveling and getting lost somehow, right? So I don't know if you're part of this, Virgo, where there seems to be like a lot of catfishing or ketamine or drugs or same-sex type thing, but ketamine is also given in medical services as well, of when someone needs to go under and stuff like that and is in a lot of physical pain and things. But what I'm picking up is seems to be a lot of transforming energy, but Scorpio energy, but like physical transformation of oneself is why I'm picking this up as, like, it might not be ketamine, but it could just naturally be a message of losing a lot of weight, right? Losing my religion, REM, Virgo, which is red rum. Don't ask me why. If you've watched the channel for a while, you'll know that I relate red rum to Virgo. Here's Johnny, right? But anyway, that was a long time ago, but something to do with where that could mean like diuretic pills or losing a lot of weight within itself, okay, within someone could be very thin, okay, because I'm picking up on, I seem to be losing, which means that someone could be losing a lot of weight, okay, but for some that might be a very strange message out there for ketamine and meow meow, okay, but it might just be for a lot of you where that really just relates to Leo energies. I also picked up mean as well. Mean, like fit as a butcher's dog. So someone is like really fit and attractive maybe, or like, but like also very thin as well. So someone really does look after their appearance. But I don't know why I'm getting this strange notion of like someone's like physically like losing a lot of weight, and I don't know if that's healthy or unhealthy for a lot of you, okay. What else have I got? Not a lot really. I picked up on FM synthesis. Now Cynthia, I wasn't hearing Cynthia says, but Simon says as well. Now Jan, thanks Jan, actually told me that Simon Cowell actually just fell off a bike, and in past stuff I was saying Simon says does this, Simon or something, and I related it to Simon Cowell and also Jeremy Kyle as well, right? So it might be a name of Kyle, but that seems to be coming through as well. But I'm definitely hearing Simon says, a bit like a guessing game. Okay, like guessing, guess who. I don't know if someone's going to appear back up into your energy or on your. I don't know why I've got my phone here either. So on the phone maybe. There's another message, but these are just comments that come up on my phone. But Someone could be commenting on something a lot. Okay, commentary. I'm also hearing commentary. Or come on, Arlene. Or us. Dex's Midnight Runners. Dexedrine, which was whiz, speed. Well, in the olden days, we used to call that whiz. In the olden day, kids, we used to call that whiz. But, yeah, that's Dexedrine. So that was Dex's Midnight Runners. So what you've got is some kind of, for some, an addiction to amphetamine or ketamine or Dexedrine. Okay, I'm also hearing Dexedril as well. But runners, Dex's Midnight Runners, meaning I'm doing a lot of work at night. Like, I don't know if someone is taking something, like, I don't know, caffeine or something, because I'm hearing cat or caffeine, and drinking a lot of caffeine or taking a lot of caffeine because I seem to be working a lot. There might be someone that you could be talking to that is in a cafeteria, okay, but I'm also hearing Caf's Caf. There was a place here years ago called Caf's Caf. But Caf's Caf, Capricorn. So you could have something to do with a Capricorn. Okay, but I also heard a voice on the radio, like Radio Gaga, right? So you might, I don't know why, but I mean, listen, you could be listening to music and you're hearing, and synchronicities through music. But I'm hearing like FM synthesis, something to do with music, maybe like Angel Radio that I do. But if you haven't listened to it, you can look up. There's a playlist, and it'll just be called Angel Radio, and it's got all of the Angel Radio stuff that I've done. Okay, but something to do with FM synthesis, and also a voice on the radio. Some of you could be asked to go on the radio for something. Okay, or radiotherapy. Oh, radiotherapy. So that would be something to do with a Cancerian, or cancer itself, or stingray, or the X-ray. Now, the X-ray could literally be a medical X-ray that someone needs to go for. Someone did say in the past readings that my ex is called Ray. Okay, and then also some of that was a X-ray, which was to do with what I see as a vision of a helicopter doing a flyover, and a light that comes down to see if there is farming that is going on with people that are selling pharmaceuticals, that would have a lot to do with some of you guys that you might even witness, see, or doing it, or involved with. But it could be something to do with around this farming, and a helicopter coming over and putting the spotlight onto something is what I can see. Is like someone is on the spotlight itself, but also an actual spotlight being put across a field or something. Now, if this is anything to do with anyone going missing, then you want to look at around the last one that I did, which was Leo. Did you come up in that? Did I write Virgo? I don't know if I did. Okay. But that was a lot to do with someone was travelling across the universe, right? So hold a chicken in the air, stick a deck chair up your nose. Again, you see someone's putting things up places they shouldn't. But I'm definitely hearing something to do with that. But also travelling across the USA is what I heard. You can't start a fire. Can't start a fire without a spark. This one's from her. We're just dancing in the dark. Da, 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 da. Someone dances in the dark. Dancing in the dark. Also hearing another song, but it's going to take me quite a while to figure it out, so I'm not going to say it. I forget what his name is. A blues singer, and he sang something about dancing in the dark. Anyway, so let's see. So how is this going to relate really to anything? Well, I definitely feel that some of you are going to witness these things or seeing this stuff happen around ketamine, catfishing, fishing for a dream, dating. Could be to do with Pisces energy for a lot of you. Dating one maybe. A pool also. I'm hearing appalled. A dating pool. Some of you could just be going dating on the dating pool. Okay, but I'm hearing the world. So the world's end. So you could be going on a pub crawl for a lot of you, which is the world's end. You haven't seen the world's end? What a brilliant comedy film, The World's End. If you haven't never seen that, watch The World's End. Okay, what a brilliant film. But you could be going on a pub crawl. That was 7 pubs, I think. There you go. I think it was. It was 7 pubs that they had to do in a cycle, which is there. So for some of you, if you're cross-watching an energy of Leo, what you could be doing here is going from one pub to another pub to another pub, another pub and another pub and another pub, and getting absolutely slaughtered. You could be, because I'm picking up a cycle here, right? And it seems to be coming through from the Leo energy, but because I picked up on the world's end, it feels like that now there's been a very big ending around you, Virgo, and you are now free to go on pub crawls. Okay? But be very careful, because I picked up on ketamine, and through the last reading, or some of them, it's kind of coming through now as a false high, right? Wanna get high all the time. How's that one? All the time. Yeah. A song. What was the name? I forget what the name of the song was. High All the Time, I think it was. Okay. I'm also picking up the Umbrella Academy. Has anybody seen the latest version of the Umbrella Academy? Okay. But for some of you, that message came through where there was a false dopamine system, which means that people that have come off or come out of something and they feel really, really good, sometimes that can come across where people, if you watch the Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus and the other channel messages, where that can come across as they feel larger than life. When you feel like, I don't know, even people that lose weight, they lose a lot of weight. Okay, they've lost a load of weight and they feel really good, and they go out and you know, you can start to think and be completely different. And trust me, when people can do that, they can start to sometimes, this is not everybody, but they can start to be nasty to other people, because 17 on the clock, there's some sort of omen there. I'm not going to go into that, but what I'm saying is that it's something to do with someone's appearance of pride, maybe something to do with also Libra energies. You know, what I'm saying is that you can have a false dopamine system of a high, and you're looking for a buzz and you're looking for a good time, and you're going out and you're thinking, man, I'm free, I'm single or something, and it's like, now I can do what I want, be what I want to be. I'm going to go out on a pub crawl and I'm going to get absolutely slaughtered, and it would be a false high, and it would be someone that can be acting out at that time, and then in the morning regret everything that they've done and realising that, you know, what have I done, and all this kind of stuff. And then when you look at those past channel messages for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, you'll see that I was talking about some kind of false dopamine high, where of people, if it relates to drugs and alcohol, where they can, say, come out of prison, or they can come off a long cycle of drugs or something, and then they can go out, and then that is a bad mistake for a lot of people. And I feel that there is something very good around you, and a feeling that's very good around you, but also of a very bad outcome for something. Don't want to put the jeepers at people, but I do feel this euphoric feeling, right? Euphoric feeling, and it's like I now feel really good. Now this is either because of drugs or alcohol, or a cycle of like, now I can do what I want and I feel really good. I'm going to go back to an old behaviour pattern, right? Now if anybody has suffered through drinking and drugs or alcohol or anything like that in the past, and you are now accomplished a big outcome in your life, but it's now left you free and single, you face a chance here in life, right, to go back to one pole to another pole. To you're kind of coming across as a 3 here, okay, but because I'm picking this up as like fertile eggs as well, fertile eggs of like, someone could end up getting pregnant, or it is to do with pregnancy, and these are eggs to do with a woman's cycle, and that you could be very fertile at this time, okay, but I am definitely picking up on eggs, okay, Eggs is also people that look for drugs in eggs because you get them in eggs, right? So I'm picking that up for some. But what I'm saying to a lot of people out there is that, man, I'm drawing patterns. But a pattern of behaviour. You see, if you're now free and feeling really euphoric and good, there's a chance that you can be going on this pub crawl, but pretty much what you'll do is end up going back into a cycle of going back to the way you was before. So if you've confronted fear and you've accomplished something, but now something is ended, this is where the future is now saying to you that you have a chance now to really go forward. But you can go back in life at any point, and this is why I say you can go back, forward, and your free will chances are there right now. But like I said, you can lapse in life constantly and be took back to how you was. So transformation is never really there, because people do transform into what they are or what they want to be for themselves. And that's why transformation is choice, really. It's a choice, is transformation. It's a free will one, right? Meaning that you can be something in your life, but what you can also be is your past, is going back to a past partner, or you can go back to the way you was. If it is anything to do with alcohol, drugs, or addiction, you can go back into that cycle, and your free will of all what you took and chance to accomplish in life, you can soon go backwards, right? So what you've got is kind of an umbrella academy, which is like a school for some reason, is why I'm picking this up, is to do with a school, which could be to do with the School of Rock, which is the hard knock lives of something to do with a school as well. Going back to school maybe, or back to an education or something. This is why I picked this up, that this could be kids. For a lot of you though, I really picked this up as the... I just heard Walking the Green Mile, right? But the film that I referenced, which was The World's End. So it feels like a lot of you have ended this cycle here of where you've broke out of a third-party relationship, or you've had some sort of separation of accomplishing something, okay? But I really feel this is like a world's end, where now there is choices of, like I said, you can have this feeling of euphoria, and that can lead you back into temptation of putting on weight, going back to drinking, drugs, alcohol, going out with friends, sure. And I'm not saying that that is never good choices. But if any of you have addiction in your family, or addiction in your head or your mind or in your past, I feel that addiction is around you guys, is around you, which is temptation, which would be 1 in 7 here, 1 in 7. So 1 being free will choice between you, your partnership here, okay, that you can align yourself with a partner if you go out, maybe, is what they're saying. But if you have anything to do with addiction, be careful that you don't slip back into old behaviour, because that's old behaviour. Listen, I've been down every path, but I've also been a counsellor, and old behaviour was big in addiction, and it still relates to people in life, is old behaviour, right, is old behaviour, that everybody always slips back to old behaviour. They relate to the old, right, is that, well, I can remember when we used to go out clubbing and drinking, and we used to have such a good time, and it's like, why don't we go out? And yeah, and that's all really good, but be careful around addiction here. Be careful around addiction, okay? Because you can soon slip back into old behaviour, and it can be very dangerous, okay? And I have to give those messages over because of drinking, farming, other channel messages from other readings, ketamine, fish bait, baiting, like baiting someone, kind of like, I don't know, if you go out drinking, you've got to be very careful anyway, but like tempting and baiting someone into luring them into temptation after drinking, and losing the all inhibitions and everything else, you could be easily tempted or baited in order to do something. But it can also represent a fish, which would represent Pisces energy, baiting, mating. Also, you see mating. Some of you could end up mating someone or dating someone, either dating again or dating someone that would be like a Pisces energy, or mating them, meeting them. You might do something around someone where you might meet up with them here. And it could be representing a birthday, which is 3, which is celebration, birthday. Whose birthday is it? Leo. Leo energy is birthday energy at the moment, I think, right? Am I 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 right? See, something to do with Groundhog Day, the past, right? But I don't know how this is representing anything. It is something to do with 3. It could be to do with celebrations, but be careful around baiting. I don't know. It's either coming across as bait, jailbait, maybe, which is young, but also baiting, which is fishing, but also dating and also mating, which can be a mate that you date but also mate with, right? So you're kind of like, you could well end up having it with a mate, maybe. Something like that. A date with a mate and then mating with a mate. Do you get what I'm saying? So that energy is there, okay? So what have we got? 26 minutes. So that's your that's your intergalactic Virgo messages. How you doing, Virgo? Sorry if I didn't introduce myself, if you haven't met this channel before. Like I said, this is not a tarot reading. They're all going to be done separately now. But if you want to go and look at the back catalogue of messages, there are messages, channel messages, and also tarot readings on this channel. If you're also interested in anything that I offer over on Patreon, there are bi-weekly messages that don't come out on YouTube, and they are tarot readings and some also channel messages, and they have just gone straight to tier 2. The 13th, 15th to 31st, they're over on tier 2, but not here, okay? Things do change periodically because I have a Gemini moon and a Pisces, so I change things up quite a lot. But at the moment, if you're interested in the rest of the year and all that kind of stuff, the 5-month reading, all of those extended readings, they're all gone to tier 2 if you want to join, okay? If you want a personal reading or anything like that, you can reach out from the link below in the email there. You can follow anything that is also there. Also check out Angel Radio. But thanks, guys. They are your messages, and I'll hopefully see you very soon. Hopefully within the week's end, within the month's end, within a week before the end. I'm also hearing Jim Morrison. This is the end, beautiful friend. Something that I'll put some tarot readings out. Okay, all right, guys. Thanks very much. See you soon.